I've been having fun recently with Trick or Treat on Gourgeist, adding ghost typing to Pokemon that are normally quite vulnerable to fighting type damage. My obsession with Tyranitar has grown to new heights, where I am now adding the ghost type to it to turn it from a troublesome Pokemon to an unkillable nightmare for fighting type opponents. I'm Tunasi, and I'm an engineer in my day job that loves building teams for Pokemon competitive VGC. So if you like unique competitive VGC builds, sit back, relax, click that like and subscribe because you're in the right place here. In my last video, I shared my process of team building, and as a result of that process, we came out with a very interesting core combination of Pokemon with Gourgeist, Lopunny, and Tyranitar. If you're interested in seeing how this team came together, you should check out that video, my team building guide, where we go through a step-by-step process on how we put this team together. The main idea of these core 3 Pokemon is that it reverses fighting type weakness matchup by adding the ghost type to your own Pokemon, while also being able to add the ghost type to the enemy Pokemon, which makes your own ghost or dark type Pokemon able to hit them for super effective damage, or if they already resisted dark type, for unresisted damage. This team also abuses a quirk of the move Healing Wish, where after you sacrifice a Pokemon and switch in a new Pokemon that's fully healthy or has no status issues, the Healing Wish effect will actually just hold on that slot until a Pokemon swaps in and needs the effect. Check out Fufu2's YouTube video about this subject, where he breaks down the mechanic. For now, I'm just going to keep it high level and say that we can sacrifice Lopunny whenever we want, and in return, we get a full heal if we can manage to get a Pokemon that needs it into the right place at the right time. I think it's funny that this team plays out like a cheap horror movie from our opponent's perspective. The ultimate monster is presented front and center right at the beginning of the movie, aka Tyranitar or Kingambit, and as time goes on, the cheerleader archetype goes down first, and then this strange inverted light bulb Pokemon thing comes in and takes the original threat into a true nightmare scenario that wipes out your whole team. To fill out the remaining Pokemon, we have Kingambit, which is often just a stronger dark type damage dealer than Tyranitar is, as long as the enemy doesn't have strong fire type Pokemon that can hit Kingambit for super effective damage. Next, we had Talonflame as our speed control and Glimmora as a strong special type attacker, that both of which vastly improve our fairy type matchups. Here's the replica ID of the team for you to use. This team should stay up for a while, but as always, I love building new teams, so no promises on how long it'll last. I'll share the stats as well with you, so if you ever want to rebuild this team on your own, you're welcome to. And as always, the Pokepaste is included down in the description, as well as timestamps if you want to skip over the detailed team breakdown and get straight into the battles. Let's jump into the stat breakdown, starting with Gourgeist, as it is the primary support and synergy provider for the team. Gourgeist is holding the Citrus Berry so it can stay around as long as possible against all enemies that can't one-shot it. I played with the Frisk as the ability, and in best of 1 format, I think that this is the best ability. However, if you're bringing this team to best of 3, I'd recommend testing thoroughly and making edits to the team overall, since the current moveset often relies on catching the opponent off guard. From top to bottom, Trick or Treat is the core move. The team was built around synergistically, so it's included first. Next is Trick Room for speed control against Tailwind or generally faster teams that our own Tailwind mode might be a bad option against. Ally Switch is needed for the combination with Healing Wish and Leech Seed is the last and I think definitely least here. We're running no offensive moves on Gourgeist, which after playing the games, I'd recommend either replacing Trick Room with Protect or switching Leech Seed with Poltergeist or Power Whip and swapping the EVs to deal more attack damage if you do so. I could have been under or misutilizing the Leech Seed Ally Switch tech, but it never really got near the point where I could Leech Seed, 4 times with Ally Swap and provide healing that way, because Gourgeist usually didn't live that long without Protect. For EVs, I went with Max HP, which also optimizes for leftovers, which would be good with the Leech Seed Protect set. And then Special Attack, since we aren't needing that stat. Max Speed with Jolly Nature to make sure we outspeed most enemy fighting types that don't rhyme with Fizzler. And the rest into Special Defense, since defense is already very good. Next up is our fave T-Tar. We're holding our Mega Stone with the Sandstream ability. I did experiment with Unnerve, and it was way worse than Sandstream. For moves, we have Rock Slide, since fast Rock Slides are still busted in this format. Knockoff, because it does very high damage and provides utility. And I settled on Dragon Dance being the best buff move for Tyranitar over Curse, since it felt unreliable setting up Trick Room and Curse without taking too much damage. For EVs, I went with 21 speed EVs to hit the 112 to outspeed Mega Arrow in our own Tailwind, and I went 31 EVs with Adamant Nature into attack, so we don't have to rely on multiple Dragon Dances to do meaningful damage while keeping it an even number to optimize efficiency with a +1 attack boost. The rest we dump into HP to try to be as bulky as possible. Mega Lopunny was the third Pokemon in the core idea from our team building guide, and we're holding the Mega Stone with the Limber ability being the best option for the non-Mega Lopunny. Fake Out and Encore are the reasons to run max speed Mega Lopunny in my opinion, and are included for that reason. Healing Wish is our primary heal for the team and has the mentioned synergy with Gourgeist Ally Switch. I actually run a version without close combat, which in hindsight is ridiculous. Close combat on a Lopunny is insanely strong and gives Lopunny a huge advantage over enemy ghost types. The EVs are fairly simple with 28 speed and Jolly Natured to make sure we always outspeed Aerodactyl and Mega Raichu, which is very important since it has Focus Blast and we always want to win the Fake Out war. 32 attack allows us to often one-shot enemy Archaludon who can't put up screens first, and the rest goes into HP to try to last as long as we can, and our defenses are actually not too shabby outside of the 65 HP base stat. Kingambit was the fourth Pokemon on the team, and it honestly is so strong I'm considering doing future iterations of the team without T-Tar. Since Kingambit has access to Sucker Punch and Swords Dance is often just straight up stronger than T-Tar. However, I will say T-Tar does help cover for the terrible Charizard matchup for Gambit, and they do form quite a pair together as far as matchups go. KG is holding the Life Orb, and boy does it make a difference over the black glasses. I mean that both positively and negatively. Life Orb after Swords Dance hits one-shots you often wouldn't expect with Sucker Punch, allowing you to ignore the silly Tailwind or Trick Room teams. However, the trade-off is that you really do feel that the recoil chip on KG's health when you're desperately trying to keep him alive. Defiant is always the preferred ability for me on this team since it has so many Intimidate weak attackers alongside Kingambit. For moves, I actually run Swords Dance and Iron Head instead of the more typical low kick or protect in those slots. Now that I have Talonflame and Glimmora on the team, I could totally see dropping Iron Head for protect so KG can live longer. EVs overall are my standard KG EVs that allow for us to outspeed Modest Floette in the Tailwind while maximizing special defense and attack. Talonflame was the fifth mon on the team and gives us a fast mode and also patched up our Whimsicott and Sneasler matchups. Leftovers is necessary for Talonflame with Sandstorm Chip, and Gale Wings is why we're running Talonflame. For moves, we choose Dual Wing Beat for Focus Sash, Whimsicott, and Sneasler. However, in hindsight, Brave Bird could be better if you don't mind relying on Sandstorm Chip on being how you pick off Focus Sash users. Tailwind is what allows us to outspeed with T-Tar even after one Dragon Dance against Choice Scarf enemies or other Tailwind Pokemon. And Swords Dance here is to allow your Talonflame to become a sweeper if you need with Fake Out, Lopunny, or Healing Wish support. Protect allows for us to heal back up to full if Sandstorm isn't active from chip damage like Fake Out or other weak damage from the opponent. Final mon on the roster is Glimmora. It took me a long time to find Glimmora, and I tried a lot of different Pokemon along the way in this 6th slot. At the end of it, Glimmora does 3 main things for the team. It gives us a better Floette and Charizard matchup, it gives us strong Earth Power into Archaludon, and it synergizes with Sandstorm to boost our own special defense by 1.5 since Glimmora is a rock type. We are holding the Focus Sash since it was my first instinct, but if you could bank on Sandstorm being active, I could see you running Choice Scarf or even Life Orb on Glimmora instead. Toxic to Breeze is a great ability with Sandstorm Chip since Sand, Leech Seed, and Poison can often wear down the enemy into one-shot range from your other Pokemon. For moves, Sludge Bomb is mandatory for me with the Fairy and Grass matchups. Power Gem is great for Charizard and Pelipper, as well as any Flying type or Fire type opponents. Earth Power is key for the team to beat Archaludon and other ground weak opponents is actually why I originally added Glimmora to the team. And then Spiky Shield is just a better version of Protect for us, so always run Spiky Shield over Protect on Glim. First combination I found was Lopunny with either KG or T-Tar in front. T-Tar is better into Charizard and some other weather-reliant teams, while KG can +2 Sucker Punch through a lot of common Pokemon in the meta. In the back, Gourgeist is key for the Trick or Treat or Healing Wish synergy if you feel like you're going to need that, and Final Mon can be Glimmora unless you feel like Talonflame can cover some fighting types in the back in case we can't get our Trick or Treat onto our primary sweeper. Second combo for you is Talonflame and T-Tar in the lead, or King Gambit against Floettes. This gives you strong pressure from T-Tar immediately with Rock Slide damage and can often just make the opponent hurt themselves in their own confusion by thinking Talonflame is going to lose Gale Wings to the Sand Chip with them not having to do anything. This lead is very good into enemy weather setters, including Charizard and Frostlass, as well as Sneasler and Whimsicott. In the back, you can run Lopunny to give yourself Fake Out, Healing Wish options to keep your sweepers alive with Glamora to provide cleanup. Third option is T-Tar and or KG with Gourgeist right in the lead. This can allow you to immediately ally switch Gourgeist in front of the enemy fighting types while getting in a cheeky Dragon Dance or Swords Dance. Next turn, you can have tons of Mind Games available with Protect from T-Tar plus Trick Room from Gourgeist if they want to Tailwind, or we could also consider launching a Leech Seed into the enemy for future ally switch shenanigans while protecting our main sweeper. I do like Lopunny in the back for this combination to provide Fake Out and Healing Wish after Gourgeist is ready to swap out. Going from a Ghost type in Gourgeist to a normal type in Lopunny is great for ensuring we're not going to swap Lopunny in and just take a close combat and get one shot. Fourth Mon should depend on what your enemy brings out, but Glamora has great synergy with the Sand and covering for any fairy types that the opponent may want to bring. Last combination I ended up doing was Talonflame Glamora with Tyranitar and KG in the back. This was an all-offensive version of the team where we left our defensive backbone pieces in Lopunny and Gourgeist behind and said we're just going to damage trade better with the opponent. This combination hasn't come up as often for me, and I would say 90% of the time I was going with combination 1, which in hindsight may have been a crutch for me now that I'm looking back, and I should have led more with Talonflame T-Tar and or T-Tar Gourgeist, similar type leads. One of the major weaknesses I found for the team is Archelodon behind Reflect paired with Healing and Leftovers. I specifically changed Lopunny to max attack. Previously it had been max HP to improve this matchup, and Glimora also goes a long way with its Earth Power, but still need to watch out for a well-played Archelodon screen team. This team can be weak to Intimidate cycling without KG or Glamora punishing Incineroar or other Intimidate users. This team often feels like it should have good speed control in theory, but in practice I found my team being speed sandwiched where it wouldn't matter whether I was in Tailwind or Trick Room. There would always be one opponent that's faster than my guys and one opponent that would be slower. Fake Out cycling is also fairly annoying for the team, and it doesn't have a great way to punish it outside of trying to establish Trick or Treat ghost typing on your own allies. And overall, I find myself very rarely having Gourgeist live long enough to make a difference in game, and this could be partially due to the fact that I don't have a supersized Gourgeist, but overall I think Gourgeist needs Protect to survive, which means giving up Trick Room in my opinion. Alright, we got Haruto running the potentially Mega Raichu Vivillon, so potentially Choice Scarf or Focus Sash. Sableye, Corviknight, Garchomp, Rescue Legion. Lopunny looks pretty good off rip to me. I don't know this is a game I even bring Tyranitar. I like Gourgeist in the back. So Talonflame versus Glamora doesn't really do much of anything for us here. Talonflame can give us some maybe chip on Bask. It can give us Tailwind. But I don't think we want to compete with Tailwind. So maybe we do end up bringing T-Tar. Just so we can break a Sash maybe. Let's see what you got, Haruto, with your red hair and your matching red pants. Okay. Out comes Lopunny, so we could and should probably Mega Evolve, Fake Out their Raichu in Swords Dance, and just hope they're not Choice Scarf and just going to put us to sleep. We could also Tailwind. I mean, so if we could try to predict where the Sleep Powder is going to go and swap in Gourgeist, but I don't think it's worth it. Because they might not even be Choice Scarf. They could be Sash. And we all get the fake out off. And you know, if they sleep the low punny, then we still get the Swords Dance and the fake out. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, was that a crit? What? Is that min defense Raichu? I don't understand. Wow, that thing's scary. Let's just go T-Tar here. I didn't need this Sword Stance. Okay, got him. Break the sash on the Vion. What are they, sleep powdering me? Yep. Good night, sweet prince. We'll see if you make it through this. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. Earthquake's really bad. I mean, I think we live, but I think they put us to sleep. Mm-hmm. So now just all it comes down to whether or not King Gambit can wake up, get the Sucker Punch. I think Pavilion's actually scarier than Garchomp is. Because we have Gourgeist in the back that can handle a Garchomp potentially, especially with Leech Seed. Kind of want Protect on my Gourgeist with Leech Seed. Maybe Leech Seed isn't the right play, I don't know. Yep, so that one... Oh, we're both asleep, so we almost certainly lose. Mm-hmm. Bursum? Is that ice? Is that dragon? No, a Bon. What is Bursum? Confusion? Outrage. He has Outrage. Interesting. He probably goes for it here. Mm-hmm. But we can encore that. Ooh, Vivian. What are you thinking? We live one of these, if not Life Orb. Mm-hmm. Crit. Could matter. Wouldn't mind close combating this Garchomp on my way out, to be real with you. But I could also Encore, Vivian, and just like Leech Seed or something. Okay, well that's really good for us. Oh, that's too bad. So who are they going to bring in? And into what slot? I don't think they're that nervous for their Garchomp. So I got that. Fine. I'm fine with that. Pressure Corviknight. Yeah, I guess I should have always... Gonna be lefties. What if we heal ourselves here? This is kind of insane, but I kind of want to do it for science. Healing Wish here, and then we Leech Seed. Do we just... Okay, this is stupid. I kind of want to win this. Close Combat here. Ally Switch here. They Protect again. Would they run double flying damage? I don't know. Maybe Corviknight's like Body Press. Pressure's weird, but Body Press makes sense if it's... It does Brave Bird. Do we live? Oh God. Not by much. We can just Encore it again. And Leech Seed, Leech Seed. Okay, we got him. Yeah, I didn't expect them to not... I thought they would go for Protect Earthquake. Might have a chance here. Okay, so Lopunny goes down. Gourgeist stays alive. We should recover that. I don't think we win this. I think we need a Garchomp to go for like Dragon Claw or something. Now we go for Leech Seed and Viv, and maybe we out-heal a Dragon Claw or an Outrage. They're probably gonna Outrage, aren't they? Okay, so what's the Person Berry for? We hit the seed. Yeah, I don't think we live. We need Protect. I mean, Power Whip? I don't think Power Whip would have been better here. GG's. Maybe they Protect. Yeah, this seems like a good time to Protect for them. That's one. Yep. Crit. Did not matter. Yeah, I just don't think Leech Seed's a good... I can't find a good fourth move here for Gourgeist, and I want it to be... Oh, Ditto. That's terrifying. Yeah, this guy's got some interesting stuff going on. Looks like Mega Raichu. So again, Lopunny looks very good. Lopunny looks good against their little Orthworm. I don't hate Talonflame. I don't hate Gambit. I don't hate Gourgeist. It's on a 2-win streak. Let's see what he brought in front. Garchomp Whims. So Talonflames is pretty dope. We didn't bring T-Tar, did we? Yeah, so we should probably always Mega Evolve here. Fake out Chomp, Brave Bird Whims. I think we fake out Whims. And if Talonflame goes down here... Oh, we do have dual Wing Beat, actually. Okay, so that means we should always fake out Chomp and dual Wing Beat Whims. That was close. I was definitely sweating getting my moves in there. I'm glad we have dual Wing Beat, but I don't know that we'll kill. If it has Koba, we definitely don't kill no matter what. That's some good damage. So that looks like a Life Orb set. Yeah, it's bulky. And we're not max attack. Yeah, Citrus Berry. Whoa. The Tailwinding? I think Chomp's gonna Rock Slide. I think I'm okay with that. Unless we want to Tailwind our own. Yeah. I think we go with this. Encore. That makes sense. Why didn't I see Encore coming? I get... Crit. Okay. No one Rock Slide? Yeah. Miss? Ooh, my boy. It does nothing to Lopunny. Okay, that worked out for us. That was a key miss. I don't think things were not going well if he hit that Rock Slide. Okay, Cinny comes in. We know that they want a Rock Slide. Let's go Gambit. Protect? Let's see why not. You know, we're gonna Rock Slide again. Okay. Rock Slide. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I was definitely not right. I was definitely not right. What a crazy, crazy play. We can only kill one of my boys here. Oh, Garchomp with Sword Stance. Real bad for me. Yeah. Who dies here? We'll see. Gambit goes down. Sinistra takes 1,000,000. Lopunny comes back in. It is Life Orb. Life Orb, Sword Stance, Garchomp. Leftovers. So he just Earthquake. Sinistra what? Rage powdered. Fake Out here. Sword Stance here. Mm-hmm. I got one too, buddy. So we're gonna go first. I kind of just want to sack here. And then do a Wing Beat, and if they let me do a Wing Beat to Chomp, which, right, this Rage Powder here, this Dual Wing Beat has to kill. Talonflame's so weak, I could be wrong. Okay, kills in one shot. Oh, it was a crit. Okay. Now let's see about this close combat. We are near max attack. Oh, dirty. We can't kill both. Okay, killed the wrong one. It's very good for us. Oh, kills himself. Thank you. I should not have saluted there. I respect our veterans more than that. Okay, so who do they have as last? Orthworm? We can Leech Seed. It's a Focus Sash. I am fairly afraid here. The Wing Beat's not going to do anything. So I think Talonflame just kind of a distraction here. Got the Leech Seed. Metal Burst. It's a physical attack, I think. Okay. GG's. Okay. Yeah, that was something. That was something. Samuel Sayo and Decorate. Can also go through Side Protect. Okay, so they probably got Choice Scarf there. But we can do this and then this. Gambit. Meowscarada. This seems like a really good Glim game. So maybe we go Glim back, Gourgeist. Tyranitar hard counters. Maybe go T-Tar. Or T-Tar Talon. No, I like Glim. No, I'm going to go Gambit. Let's go Mega Lopunny this game. And try out Glim. Seems like it's going to be good into everything but Chomp. Gosh, I'm almost thinking like Ice Punch on T-Tar would be better than Dragon Dance. But the whole idea of this defensive core is that it really allows setup type Pokemon to flourish because they can get a full heal. So Arrow could Dual Wing Beat. I didn't really think about Dual Wing Beat. Maybe I shouldn't have Mega Evolve, but then I wouldn't have been guaranteed to be faster than the Sneasler. But if it's a bulky Sneasler, we would have been faster. A name like Killua, I don't think it's going to be bulky. I think it's going to be fast. And they probably Tailwind, right? So I do think a Swords Dance Sucker Punch will kill there. I'm also a little bit nervous. I think we go Glim here. Glim. Sucker Punch here. I think it gets the KO. It's got to get the KO. Oh, God. That was scary. I did not want to get close combated. Okay, and then you do a Wing Beat. Ooh, that feels good, man. Get that toxic debris all over the place. Ooh, don't mind if I do. What a good turn for us. We can also try to stall out Tailwind with a Spiky Shield even. Typhlosion. What are you even gonna do? I'm just gonna Sucker Punch you. And Power Gem here. Schmack. Later, dude. Okay. This is going well. This is going well. So the team is working as intended, I would say. Yeah. Even more toxic debris. Does it do the animation? I flinched. How tragic. Neferpitu. You too shall be poisoned. All shall be poisoned. How much tail room? One more turn of Tailwind, not room. Wouldn't hate surviving this turn. I think I'm okay if Gambit goes down here, honestly. But we did Spiky Shield. Let's see if either of them take the bait. One of them does. Oh, and don't mind that at all. Huh? Okay, well, they don't kill themselves, I guess. That's different. Okay. Got him. GG's, Samuel. Kind of like a standard rain team. T-Tar looks really good. We need Glim for Arch. So why don't we try T-Tar, Lopunny, Glim, Gourgeist. I don't know why I went about it that way. Do we want to Talonflame? I don't have any grass type damage. That seems kind of like a critical mistake. Here we go. It's going to be tough. Do they lead Swampert or Arch? We can one-shot Arch, but certainly not through screens. This is a really hard turn. We're in a bad spot. They're going to reflect. Maybe we should have swapped Glimmorran. Grim goes reflect. Here comes our close combat. Should be doing about half. So it would have one shot. Relive this. Get our Dragon Dance off. Knock off. I think I'm fine sacking Lopunny here. But if he's going to let me get another CC off, I suppose I should, right? So I could have got another Dragon Dance off. That was an obvious protect from them. It was really bad for me to do that. No one-shots. Oh my god. Now we have Glim. We can D-dance again. So here comes the screen. Idiot. I shouldn't say idiot. I'm sorry. But that person learned something about interactions today. And they didn't go for light screen. Not respecting the Glim. Trying to get Pelly in. We'll get Pelly in now. Here we go for the Rock Slide and Sludge Bomb into Grim, assuming if it doesn't have Wide Guard. Let's go Light Screen. Let's see what they got cooking here. Okay, doesn't kill. Pelipper is a defensive tank. Do we get a flinch? There's Grim. We got the flinch. Rock Slide broken. T-Tar good. Okay. GG's, Odim. I was pretty nervous for that, but close combat. Wallow running the Ice Sun team. Okay. What if we do this? I like this a lot, actually. Then what are we doing in the back? Glim seems really important. Gambit, and we just run this like standard mode potentially, not even bring our defensive backbone, and just bring all of our threats and Tailwind. Sold. I'm convinced. Whimsicott Sneeze. Who to kill, who to kill. I think we immediately go dual Wingbeat into Sneasler. And either protect or de-dance T-Tar. I think we just protect. We have to respect the close combat. They go there on with their own protect there. This is good for us though. Okay, so Stallmate on turn 1, but they no longer have Fake Out or Sash. We still have Gale Winds. Thanks, leftovers. Gotcha, mother father. I should not even try to be cool. Do a Wingbeat now into Whims. Nah, Whims can't do anything. We de-dance here. Okay, so who's coming in? Zard? Legion's taking a dual Wingbeat. And it's going to take Chip. Hey. Moonblast. But I de-dance. So now we could potentially Tailwind Rock Slide or do a Wingbeat knockoff. We're already faster than Basque. So you can Aqua Jet. Wow, that's bulky. How do they do so much damage and be so bulky? Tailwind. Respect. Wow, that was super bulky. That's annoying. Oh, and it goes for the Talonflame. The fear. But it dies for its transgressions. It was pretty dying before that, to be fair. Sneasler comes in, and what do we have for Sneasler now? Really just had Talonflame. That's crazy how bulky that Whims was. Frostlass. They're in Tailwind. And I don't want to Mega Evolve this turn, because No, I should have Mega Evolved. It doesn't matter, right? Because we always survive the Blizzard. They probably Moonblast into T-Tar. This Whimsicott is just nuts. Covers every weakness. That's insane. Okay, it doesn't even do that much into Glim. Oh, we still get to one-shot through the screen. Thank you, Crit. Thank you, RNGesus. I appreciate it. I don't think this was going the same without that. Because they have, like, outread me left, right, and center. No. Earth Power here. Fight. Evolve. Battle Info. Snow. 2 more turns of Tailwind. So if we die, who do we have in the back? Gambit. Should be okay. I think this is fine. I think Gambit can, as long as we get a kill here, Gambit can take out whoever's left, which is a Sucker Punch. Because they can CC T-Tar. We go down. We get the kill onto Sneasler. Then Glim takes out Wims if they go CC into... Okay, we die. Let's see if they're White Herb or Sash. Doesn't matter. Either way, they die to Earth Power, and I can't see Whimsicott doing anything to stop that. Unless they would have encored us already. Moonblast isn't going to do anything. This is why Glim is here, is for the fairy types. And we Earth Powered. Light screen. Shouldn't matter, though. Because we can just Sucker Punch now. Right? They could not attack, but then we always Earth Power here. And Sucker Punch. The Sneasler's the only threat here. Whimsicott doesn't do anything. It just dies to sand. What does this do for you? I don't really know. So you're going to Encore, Moonblast, Gambit. So Wims goes down to sand next turn. They forfeit. Nope, they're riding it out. But there shouldn't be anything they can do here. I think it's a good showcase of the team. Glim is important for sure in a lot of these Charizard and Fairy matchups. I'm glad it's the 6th mon of the team. I really rotated out a bunch of different 5th and 6th Pokemon on this team when I was trying it out. And I think this feels like the right balance. Go for the double. It wouldn't matter. This guy's just wasting time. Sneasler's down. Whimsicott can't kill anything. It will die to the sand. And that guy's just kind of hanging in there, trolling. See you, Wims. All right, GG's. If you've made it this far, consider leaving a like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and would like to see more. As always, my hope for these videos is that the comments page becomes a resource for anybody that finds this in the future and wants to see how people enjoyed the team and what they would do to adapt the team to current meta or just improve it overall. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.